write your formula on it.
Doing okay? Does anybody need any help?
Well, we're kind of, he and I discussing on our own. Not so sure we're discussing with the group, but
Oh, okay.
we're working on it.
Okay. I'm learning here too. I don't.
I have spoken to the group, and I can hear and see them.
Okay, cool.
Okay. So what's your formula? What do you have to do?
90K.
Look at your formula.
I know.
And Mr. Lanfisi, we're just.
So I have a question for you, Noah. So you do have a whiteboard in here, evidently. How'd you get the whiteboard?
I want to screen share.
Nice. Okay.
The screen share, I went onto the whiteboard problem first.
Okay.
But it
Got
didn't
it.
have, when I tried it the second time, I saw something that says whiteboard. And if you go here, you could click on whiteboard.
Nice. Anyway, you had a question because it looks like you're doing good.
It's like, is there a way to split screen with the whiteboard?
That I don't know. So,
Oh.
See, I'm just learning here too. So, split the screen. Let's see here.
There we go. Is that good? Can you see both of them?
Actually, no. I can only see it like made it the
new share. I think I have to share both of them at once.
Oh, there you can see it.
Can you see the whiteboard? Because it got rid of the
I
whiteboard.
can't see the whiteboard, but I can see your drawing now.
Yeah, I can see the drawing.
That's my
cool.
helicopter.
Nice.
Now I got annotate. I don't have whiteboard anymore. I have annotate. So.
Oh, can you just draw right there on where it says copy number 7? You see where it says T? There's a T with a square around it. I think you should be able to draw right on your whiteboard using that near the top of. Kind of near underneath the blue share. There's like a whole bunch of tools over to the left. There's a whole bunch of tools like an arrow, and there's a circle and a square.
I
guess not. Okay.
It's got. I mean, I can draw on this
can you draw?
too.
Yeah. Oh, I see.
I can't scroll. It's kind of. Okay, so I can't really scroll. The best thing I can do is to move this so it doesn't get in the way.
Oh,
I
yeah.
Just barely see the tools. You know what? Shit, I think it's gonna be better if I have it over here.
Your force diagram looks really good. You got a small arrow up and a bigger arrow down. That bigger arrow down would be gravity, right? FG.
Yeah, FG. So I could still insert the text box. So.
Yep, that looks good. I'm going to leave this one and then.
Okay. Well, thanks.
Yep. You're doing great. It looks good.
Okay.
Hello. Well, I appreciate you guys trying that because I've never tried that before.
You need to go upwards.
We'll do it again. I just, I kind of wanted to try it and see what it was like.
Yes.
Yep, there they are.
It works pretty well.
Yeah, it's not bad. So I think there might be some other, yeah, there's some other people joining us here. So hopefully it worked okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead. Is everybody? Oh, no, there's still some more people.
You got to pay attention to your teacher, not to Brad. Brad will be in here in just a minute.
Okay, so I think, is everybody back now? Ah, okay,
Nice, Brad.
there we go.
Listen, focus, buddy.
Okay, first of all, I'm gonna kind of really take a really quick snapshot so I get your smiling faces. So everybody say cheese. Okay, this is for attendance, so if you're wondering. All right, so let me save this file, save as.
Putting them into groups to work together. So,
Okay. So that was kind of interesting. So I'm glad that you guys were willing to try that. All right, so I'm going to share my screen with you, and we're going to do it again. We'll try that again, and I'll give you a little bit different time or more time if you need it. Okay. So let me share my screen with you. So I didn't get done with the problem, but I went on the web and I found a helicopter, and it says that it's accelerating, but it says accelerating downward. So that's kind of weird. So the thing is going downward, which means the gravity force is bigger than this force up. I didn't really know what to call that force up, so I called it lift force. So any questions?
How about drag?
Well, I suppose it could be drag, like if the rotors kind of stop working and it just starts plummeting out of the sky. I suppose that could be drag. Yeah, it could be. If your force diagram kind of looked like this, at the bottom of your screen, you have like you have a smiley face that has reactions. Can you give me a thumbs up if you had your force diagram kind of look like this, where there's two forces? Yeah, thumbs up. Yeah, okay. So then we have the gravity force is equal to m times 10. So now we're going to go ahead and solve for that gravitational force. So that's going to be m times 10. It says that the mass is 900 kilograms. So I'm going to go ahead and for the mass, I'm going to plug that in. And I get equals 900 times 10. And then I get out my calculator and figure out what that is. 9,000? Yeah, 9,000, I think.
9 with 3 zeros. 4 zeros with 3 zeros.
2, 3. So 9,000.
Yeah.
In order to figure out the lift force, because it's not balanced, it's not going to be 9,000 because it's not balanced. What I have to do next is I have to use the F net equals MA. So F net equals M times A. And it says the acceleration is 2.5. So I'm going to do the mass, which we said was 900 in the problem, times 2.5. So I have to get out my calculator. I hope you guys have a calculator too. And I'll do 900 times 2.5. And what do you get when you do that? Somebody with the calculator.
2,250.
That's it. Thank you, David. So 2,250. So equals 2,250. Okay, so it's hard to explain this next part, so you really have to focus. Kind of look at my force diagram. So you can see they're not balanced. The gravity force is bigger than the lift force. And if you want to know how much bigger, it's 2,250 bigger. That's what the net force does. It tells you how much is left over. So in order to figure out what the lift force is, I need to subtract those two. So the force of the lift or the drag or whatever you're calling it is going to be equal to 9,000 minus 2,250. So if you can get out a calculator and figure out what that is. What'd you get?
6,750.
Yep, that's it. So that's the question. It wants to know, what is that lift force? Well, we just calculated it. It's 6,750 newtons. That's the answer. Okay, so the next problem is problem number 8. Okay, so I think it looked to me like everybody was on their own whiteboard. You can do that, but keep in mind, you're not turning these whiteboards. I'm just making these whiteboards so that you have some place to work. So when I make a group next time, what I would do is, first thing you do when you get in a group in the breakout room, go, hey, whose whiteboard do you want to work on? And then you just decide. It doesn't really matter. You just pick one person. And then everybody inside that folder, remember how everybody, you'll click on this folder here, you get in there, you go to period 1, and let's say the breakout group was Willow, Riley, and Noah. And let's say Willow says, hey, let's use my board. And so that means everybody will go in her folder. And then on problem number 8 that we're getting ready to do here, you'll just work right here and you can talk. So you can, everybody will be able to work on the same one and talk at the same time. So it's kind of nice. You'll be able to see and you'll be able to talk at the same time. Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing. Now you might have different groups now because it's totally random. I don't know how they form groups in here.
Okay, so instead of just sharing a screen, all 3 of us going into one folder would be better.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. First thing you do in the breakout room is just decide, hey, whose whiteboard do you want to work on? It'll be a lot easier.
Just
Okay. So I'm going to make. Oh, good. It's going to be in the same. I think you might be in the same groups. So how do I open all rooms? Okay, hey, there you go. I think you're going to be in the same groups. I think. So you should have got an invitation, I think.
Hey,
Looks pretty good so far.
there's two different downward forces. Which one should I use? There's the gravity force and the air resistance.
Right, and so I think you need to draw two arrows right next to each other downward. So
Okay,
have two of them right next to each other downward.
like
Oh,
that?
yeah, this program's a little bit frustrating. I think I would delete that one and then actually do this. No, kind of, yeah, that works. I was going to say sometimes they accidentally connect with one another. Sorry. Yeah, that looks pretty good.
I was actually trying to make it connect, but okay.
That looks pretty good. You can always go online if you want to and look for a model rocket. That's what I did. Cartoon rocket. That's what I typed in.
Yeah, that's what I
Rocket's
did.
an arrow.
In fact, your partners could do that. Partners want to, while you're drawing the force diagram, if you want to, your partners want to go and look for a model rocket and find it and then do a snipping and just paste it in. It's kind of cool. The way
You can do that.
the way, yeah, you just go up to start a new, like where it says plus there for your internet browser, and Google will come up and you just type in up there for the URL model rocket, and it'll give you a cartoon picture, and you just do a snipping of it and paste it right in. So the way you do it is you go up to edit, copy, and then you click on here and you do on this picture here, and you go Control V. The controls in the lower left, Control V will paste it in.
So when
Okay.
I'm at the image, do I just push copy image?
Yeah, so like if you're doing the snipping, if you go up to the edit and then you go down and you hit copy.
Okay.
I'll show you when I do mine too. What is that, Noah?
It's my rocket.
Oh,
I got
okay.
3 arrows for the head, and then scribble is my body for the rocket. Oh, come on.
Where do I put it in?
Yeah, just paste it into the picture there. So what you'll do here, Kari, is you'll click on this on Noah's whiteboard here, and you'll just simply do Control, which is in the lower left, and then hold the control down and then hold down V, Control V.
Okay. So do I actually have to go to his folder?
Yeah, you have to go in his folder on this whiteboard, which is number 8, and just paste it right on there.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, it's
Thank
not too bad. It's kind of cool. I mean, it's not exactly the same thing as whiteboarding, but in a way,
No.
it's kind of nicer because you can always come back to this and you can look at it. You know, it's almost like you made your notes or whatever, and you can. There it is. Look at that. That's the same rocket. I used.
Rocket.
All right, I'm gonna leave then.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye.
Yep.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Yep. So hopefully you had a little bit of fun in there. I'm hoping make it a little bit interesting. There's all kinds of neat things you can do. So I'm kind of hoping that you had a good time in there. It's kind of nice to be able to see your friends in a way.
Mhm.
I don't know if you guys can start your own Zoom sessions on your own. Like, I don't know, has anybody ever tried to make your own Zoom
Yeah,
session?
I do sometimes.
Yeah, so I mean, you could do that with your friends if, I mean, I don't know, maybe you're playing video games or something, or doesn't even have to be school related. So that way you can
We
kinda
could play Minecraft.
yeah, you can kind of hang out with your friends afterwards if you're kind of bored or something at home. All right, so
Yeah.
let me see if I could share
Oh.
my screen with you. Okay, so let's see. I gotta minimize this. Let me get that out.
Oh, there's 2 voice down.
Okay, listen. No.
All right, so the way I did the model rocket, I just simply went up to go. I probably should show you all the steps for this. Okay, so I just simply started a new one here, and I typed in model rocket cartoon, and I don't know, that one's kind of cool. So I click on that, and then I clicked on snip down here, and let's say I'm going to do that one there.
It's
So
quicker.
It's quicker.
All of those
Okay,
steps.
listen.
okay, so let's see. Got to move this stuff out of my way, sorry. And then I just simply take a snipping of it, so new, and so I go like that and get it in there, kind of like that. And then I will come to edit. I'll do edit copy, and then I'll go to my whiteboard. And let's say I want to put it in here. Now this is, I can't really show you, so you have to listen to it and you can try it yourself. In the lower left, there's this thing that says control. It's a button, so CTRL. So I'm going to hold that down. And I'm also going to hold down the V. And what that does is it pastes it in here. And so I have to first click the whiteboard and then control V. And there it is. It pastes it right in for me. And then I can move it around. I can make it smaller or bigger. I can even rotate it if I want to. Let's say it's going downward or something, right? So I can do all kinds of stuff with it. All right, so I haven't solved this problem all the way, so let me finish it up. So here's my rocket. Oops, let me get that one out of the way. Here's my rocket, and it says that it's being pushed upward. So I'll say it's accelerating upward. I've got 3 forces then, because it says there's a resistant force. I'm going to call that drag that's downward. There's a gravity force downward, so I have 2 forces that are down, this one and this one here. And I've got this one thrust force that's up. It tells me how much the thrust force is. It says it's 8 newtons. So I'm going to say this is equal to 8. Oh, I forgot to say whether it's balanced or not. I'm going to say it's not balanced because it's being accelerated upward.
There, the black one.
Now I can go ahead and find the gravity force. That's going to be equal to m times 10. So m times 10. It says that the mass is 0.5 kilograms. So I'm going to plug that in. So this is going to be equal to 0.5 times 10. And 0.5 times 10 is equal to 5. So it's 5 newtons. It tells me what the resistance is. It's 1 newton. So you can call it resistance if you want to. I call it drag.
We got that.
Drag force.
And we got that one right there.
And that's 1 newton.
We didn't get this one.
No.
Watch what he's doing.
Okay, so now to figure out how much acceleration there is, notice there's 8 newtons up, there's 1 newton down, and there's 5 newtons down. How much total down is there if there's 1 and there's 5 down? So how much total down?
6.
6. And there's 8 up. So 8 up and 6 down. So what would the net force be?
2.
2. Yeah, you have to subtract them because it's 8 upward minus the 6 downward and you get 2. That means the net force, F net, is equal to, again, MA, M times A. We just found the net force. You said it was 2. So 2 equals the mass, which is 0.5 times A. And so now we have to solve for A. So can you go ahead and get out your calculator and solve it?
What is it equal?
He's asking you, don't tell me. He's asking you to do the math.
Anybody get an answer?
Can someone static, please?
Or I didn't?
One.
No, I think you said something, but you cut out. I didn't hear you.
Oh, I just heard a little bit of static. That's all.
Oh.
It stopped.
1.
No, wait a second. How do you get the A by itself? Don't you have to multiply by, I think maybe I need to write this out. This is 1 divided by 2, right? A fraction, 1/2 times A. In order to, so that's what 0.5 is. It's 1/2. So don't I have to multiply both sides by 2 to get rid of the half? I think so. So I think it's going to be 2 times 2. What's 2 times 2?
1.
Yeah. So I think the acceleration is really 4 meters per second, and that would be upward. It'd be upward. I think I'm already kind of over the time I wanted to spend. I only wanted to spend about 35 minutes, but yeah, it was kind of fun. I kind of like that. We didn't get as far. We didn't get as far, but I think we learned a lot. It was kind of interesting. I know I learned a lot. So, I probably want to talk about what you have to do today. So since you guys are you came to this meeting, you don't have to do this attendance quiz. Don't leave yet though, because I need to check attendance again. But for the people who's not here, they do need to do the attendance quiz. So let me go ahead and click on this so that they know what the access code is. By the way, if you want to do this as well, you can, and you'll get bonus points. So some of you might need some bonus points, or I think, hey, everybody needs bonus points, right? So you can do that. It's good practice. It's kind of like the stuff we've just been doing. So I'll click on this, and there's only 4 questions, not a lot of questions. And the access code is, so you might want to write this down, lowercase e as in elephant, V as in valley, C as in cat, 56435, and then lowercase n as in Nancy. So EVC 56435, N as in Nancy. Those are all lowercase letters. And that closes at midnight tonight. So let me stop sharing. Okay, and I want to get attendance here again really quickly. And let's see, hold on a second here. Okay. Well, thank you. I really appreciate it. I learned a lot. I think I learned more from you guys than you learned from me. Any questions? Okay, well, have a good day. Then I'll see you on, let's see, this is when I'll see you on Monday at the exact same time at 7:45 a.m. We'll finish up this this worksheet. Don't forget, if you want to get bonus points, you need to do that attendance quiz by midnight. But you don't have to do it if you don't want to. What's the other thing? Oh, if you have questions, tomorrow is office hours, so you can just come in, pop in. And I know some of you got some stuff that, you know, you weren't able to get on the web for whatever reason last week or in the past weeks, and you're like behind and you want to make it up, you need some help. Hey, that's what I'm there for. So stop in and ask me questions. Okay.
I thought Friday was office hours. Tomorrow's Thursday, isn't it?
Oh, duh. Thank you. Yes. Friday is office hours. Duh. I was thinking tomorrow. I wish tomorrow was Friday, I guess. So yeah.
You always do that.
Yeah. So Friday is office hours. So, okay. All right. So see you later.
All right,
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for coming.
You might have to pull up some of those